Hello and welcome to the channel. I hope you're all well and enjoying your fishing. Now, today's tying is a tying of a fly which I have tied before, but not in these colours. Now, those of you that recently watched the video of me on the river with the difficult conditions of rising water and also an influx of very cold water from a reservoir will have seen this fly catch a trout. Now, I have no doubt that it will catch trout in more favourable conditions, because those conditions were definitely not favourable. So the materials that we're going to use for this mini bugger is some yellow marabou, and this is 09 and it's considered clear yellow. For the body, I'm going to use some spectra dubbing, which is number 93, and this is considered lemon yellow. And of course, the hackle for the body will be grizzly. And in the vise I have a size 10 heavy nymph hook with a 3.8 silver bead, and I'll be using yellow 80 thread. So let's start the tying. As you know, I have tied and used mini buggers many times, but not in this particular colour. And it was certainly a trial for me on that particular day. It was a tryout fly. And though it caught just one fish, it came up trumps in those conditions. Now I'm going to add some lead wire to give it a little bit of extra weight. Not too much, just a few turns. At the front of the fly. And bind it down. And helicopter it off. And the same at the back. Hopefully a little bit closer. I'm going to put a little bit of super glue on there to help keep it in place. Like so. I'll just cover up the lead with some wraps. And wind back down to the end of the hook shank. Now, in terms of marabou, you really don't need a great deal. So it's really just a short amount, maybe ½ an inch of the stalk or of the stem, and we'll tie those in. Like so, one wrap underneath, and trim up the excess, and bind it down. Right, now I'm going to put in some flash down the side. We just picked it up from the floor. Right, now this is a sort of lemony lime crystal flash, and we don't need a lot of it. First I'll trim up the tail to the sort of length that we want, not too long. And tie in crystal flash to length. Like so. And then I'm going to tie in the other side as well. Just bend that over. And trim that to length also. Like so. Don't need a lot, it's just a little bit of an attractor in the tail. Right, and then the next step is to add some grizzly hackle. This is half a hackle. I've used half of it before, obviously. So I'll just trim off these barbels at the bottom and tie it in. like so. Right, now the body, as I said, is this spectra dubbing. Now when I was on the river, everything looked very green. And indeed, you may think this looks green in the video, but the colours are definitely yellow, as described by the manufacturer. So I have to take it that these are yellow. Right, find that one. Put a bit more tabby on. Should be enough for a moment. Now, winding on the hackle, I really don't think it makes that much difference which way the fibres go. I think they are more interested in the movement than the actual direction of the fibres. So we'll just wind that on, like so, to the front of the fly and tie it down. And trim it off. Just pull back those fibres a little bit at the front there, and I'm going to put on a little bit more of the spectra to create the collar at the front. And this is a really easy tie, but you've seen how successful my mini buggers can be, and I really have no doubt that this in better conditions can catch fish. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the thread before I tie it off. Like so. Trim up the thread, and there you have the fly finished. A very simple tying, but very effective. Now, one of the things that will happen is at the end of the day, when you put this on the fly patch with maybe the original, you're not going to know which one has got the lead on. They both look exactly the same. So this is what I do. I take a little bit of UV or ordinary nail varnish or whatever you want, and I just put a little black dot on the bead, like so. Dry it off. Look at the UV reflection on that spectra, it's amazing. Like so. So when you put it on the patch at the end of the day, I hope you can see that, you will definitely know which one has got the lead underneath. So there you go, a finished fly, and I hope you enjoyed the tying. If you are not already a subscriber, consider being so. Give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for viewing. Bye.